Hey everybody, happy KenKen Sunday, June 8th. Hope everyone is having a good weekend. I am a little tired from an event I went to the night before, so I'm not sure. -6 can only be 1/7. I'm not sure how well my brain is working today, even after several cups of coffee and other attempts to feel human again. What do we have? This 15 can only be 3/5. 56, 7 times 8, 7 times 4 times 2. But, yeah, the 7 can't go here or here because of that. So there's our 7. And then this is going to be 2 or 4. But I think we can figure this out because you can play... let's fool around with it. What can go in here? 1, 2, okay. 2, 4, okay. So we know there's a 2 in here. Or 3, 6, but there's a 6 here, so that's out. So this is 1, 2, or 2, 4. Then you can go a step further and say, in this bottom row, where am I going to put the 1? I certainly could put it in here and make this a 1, 2. And then no, no, no. If it goes here, I got to put an 8 up here. So that's not an option. So we need to put the 1 in here, which means this is 1, 2. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. We're missing a 4. The 4 goes there, which puts the 2 in there. Lovely. All right, this divided by 3, you've only got 1, 3 or 6, 2, and the 2 is gone. So this is 1, 3. And then one quick thing to realize, with the 1, 2 here and the 1, 3 here, no more 1s in the first 2 columns. So that 1, 2 is not going to be an option there. That's only going to be 2, 4 or 3, 6 as an example. What else can we do, if anything, in here? We've got a 1, 2, 3, and a 7, so we're missing a 4, 5, 6. So this is going to be 4, 5 or 5, 6, which means there's a 5 in here, no matter what. And then this has to be either the 4 or the 6, but look at that. Can't be the 4 anymore. So the 4 has to go in here, and that leaves the 6 there. And if you've got 6 already and you're trying to make 9, you only need 3 more, and there's only one way to do that, and that's with a 1 and a 2. Excuse me, a 1 and a 2. Anything else interesting in this column? Well, we don't have a 7 anywhere yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of these is a 7. And by the way, now the 7s are gone from the top 2 rows because one of them is going to go in here and the other one's going to go in here. What in the world is 504 divided by 7? That goes in 7 times, carry the 1, 72. 7 times 72, which is 9 times 8. Oh my gosh, now I need scratch paper. Hold on. Not enough coffee to do that math in my head. So 7 into 504 is 72. Then we got to break up that 72. Just thinking about the different ways to do it. So it's 8 times 9, which obviously are not valid numbers here. So you've got a 4 and a 2, 4 times 2, and you've got a 3 times 3, all times 7. These are the factors we're all dealing with. And we've only got 4 squares to play with. So my guess is, you can't multiply 2 times 4. 8 won't work in there. 9 won't work in there. 3 times 4 won't work. Oh, but 3 times 4 is the same as 6 times 2. Okay, so wait. I can change these numbers to, if I multiply these together, I get 4, 6, 3, 7. That's an option that works. The other thing that can work, this 4 times 3, for example, is 12, which is also 6 times 2. So I could go 6, 2, 2, 3. Oh, but that is too many numbers because we have the 7. So can I make one of these? Yeah, okay, let's think about it a different way. If this is one of the options, you also have to remember 3 times 4 is 12. So, and 12 can also be represented as 6 times 2. So it can also be, turn that 4 and 3 into a 6 and a 2. So the options for this 504 seem to be 4637 and 6627. Anyway, I don't know what we're going to do with that yet, but I will keep it on the side. Because as we get well, wait a second. In this column, yeah, what numbers can go in here with the 7? Because we have the 1, we have the 2, the 3 and 5 we don't really know about. We have the 4, we have the 6, we have the 7. So the only other numbers that even could go in here with the 7 are 3 and 5. But 5 doesn't go into 504. So this, in fact, has to be the 5. This is the only place the 5 can go in this whole column, right? It can't go in here with the 6 to make 9. It doesn't go here, and it's not divisible. 504 is not divisible by 5. So this is our only 5. That makes that the 3. And then the 3 is the partner up here for 504, which means if I need a 3 in here, that's not an option anymore. And I think that's our play here, 4637. I worry that I worked a little too fast and there's other options here. I didn't do all the math maybe on the 504. So I feel good about the 3 and the 7 because the 3 going in here made sense irrespective of any of this math. But if this is 3 and 7, yeah, 72 divided by 3 is 24. How do you make 24? Using the numbers that we have. I think it's 6 and 4. 8 and 3, can't do that. I think it's 6 and 4. What if all right, let's live on the edge. What if I wrote 4 and 6 in there? What happens? Well, this 4 makes that a 5. And it makes that the 4. Well, here's a good test. Can we make 10 using the numbers that are left? 7 is left and 1 and 2 is left. There you go. So it's 127. All right. This is still 2, 3, or 6, 1. That all works. What is this? 165 or 235. 5 in here no matter what. We don't know this yet. What do we got in here? Because we have the 1, and we have the 4, the 6, and the 7. So you can once again play where does the 5 go in this column. No, can't put a 5 in here, can't put a 5 in here. 5's got to go here. Here's another 5, 4 for us. And then what's left in this column? A 2 and a 3. Well, I can't put a 3 in here. So the 3's got to go here, makes that a 6. And that leaves a 2 here, making that a 7. And if the 2 and the 7 are gone, that's a 1. This is not a 1. That is not a 1 anymore. That's 2, 7. And then you've got the 2, 7 in here and the 1, 2 in here, which means no more 2s in rows 4 and 5. So like I can't put, this can't be 2, 3, right? Because if I put a 2 in any of these, the whole thing, it eliminates the 2 from all of them and everything breaks. So this is not 2, 3, this is 6, 1. There's a 6 here, so we can write it in. This 1 makes this a 2, makes that a 1. This 2 makes this a 7, makes this a 2. And what are we missing in these rows? 1, 2, we need a 3 and a 7 in this row. Well, can't put the 7 here. So let's put the 3 there and the 7 there. Makes that a 5, and we're missing a 4 in that row. 3 plus 4 is 7. You need 5 more to make 12. What are we missing here? We got a 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 1 and a 6. 1 and 6. 1 and 6. 6 times 5 makes 30. All right, what are we missing here? 1, we need a 2 and a 3. There's a 2 here, so we can place those. What do we got? In this row, we need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Divided by 2 is 3. This 3 makes that a 7, makes that a 3. This 7 makes this a 1, makes that a 7. This 1 makes this a 6, makes that a 1. This 6 makes this a 4, makes that a 6. Here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing a 5. This 3 makes that a 1, makes that a 3. This 1 makes this a 2, makes that a 1. Here we are missing a 1, 2, 3. We're missing a 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. You need 2 more to make 11, which works. We were missing a 2 in that column. And I think that is it for a very fast 12-minute 7x7. Have a great weekend, everybody.